This was a top-notch wedding worth hundreds of millions, but soon it was going to turn into a funeral because a top-notch assassin had disguised himself as a waiter and got in here. The assassin calmly walked up behind the bride's father and first deliberately spilled wine on him. Then while wiping him down he swiftly used the blade hidden under the tray to slit his throat. The blood wouldn't flow out right away, giving the assassin plenty of time to leave. By the time the victim's men found him with his throat cut, the assassin had already taken out the guard at the back door and fled the wedding scene. He was a competent assassin, able to disguise not only himself but also his hideout. It looked run down on the outside, but inside it was full of secrets. The assassin had his own private arsenal, which was his only source of security. He had no friends, no family and no loved ones. He lived only to kill and make money. After dealing with the bride's father, his boss gave him another job. This time he was to kill a gang leader who had just been released from prison, but what he didn't know was that he wasn't the only one who wanted the gang leader dead. Years ago the gang leader had led a group of men to assault a man's wife, leaving her in a vegetative state. After that the leader was arrested by Interpol and put behind bars. The man had been waiting for a chance to get revenge, and now that the gang leader was out of prison he wasn't going to let it slip away. When the assassin arrived at the location where the gang leader was released, the man was already on the rooftop across the street, a sniper rifle ready. He took aim at the gang leader's head, ready to blow it off with a single shot. But then the assassin's car pulled up and the man's bullet hit the assassin's vehicle instead. This caused the assassin's car to sway, and as a result his shot went wide, hitting the gang leader's brother instead. Chaos erupted on the scene and the assassin quickly drove away. But the man still wouldn't give up. He came down the building with his gun. However, before he could make a move he was driven back by Interpol agents hiding in the car. Once behind the car, the man didn't dare to stay and fight. He hurriedly fled the scene. The man had once stolen money from Interpol, and ever since they had been hunting him down. He suspected that the release of the gang leader was also a setup by Interpol. They knew he would seek revenge on the gang leader, so they deliberately let him out to lure him out into the open. Despite the dangers, the man was still determined to avenge his wife. He rushed to the warehouse where the gang leader might appear, only to find not the gang leader but the assassin who wanted to kill the gang leader waiting for him there. When two strong opponents meet, what kind of sparks will fly?